In this video, we're going to look at how to configure MSA replication using Sybase Replication Server. Hello, my name is William Bell and I work for SAP. We are going to be using Sybase 15.71 ASE as well as Replication Server 15.7. We're going to use the sample database PUBS2 as our database that's going to be replicated. We're going to start with a pre-configured warm standby environment. Our active server is ASE01, our standby server is ASE02, and the rep server is RS157_01. Creating a warm standby is covered in a different video. What we are going to do in this tutorial is add ASE03 as another standby site. So we'll be adding it as a replicate for the logical connection which defines the warm standby between ASE01 and 02. The first thing we want to do is connect to the replication server using the SA login, and we want to create the connection to ASE03.pubs2. So we're going to create the connection. We're going to use the default function string class, the default error class. We set username to be pubs2_mate, password is sybase123, and we set log transfer on. Our next task is to synchronize the logins from ASE01 and load them into ASE03. So we're going to BCP out syslogins. We're going to go into ASE03 and make sure that we've turned on allow updates on the system catalogs, and then we're going to BCP the data back into ASE03. We're going to use the batch size of 1 so that any duplicate logins will be ignored and we can only get the new ones. With login synchronized, we now go into ASE03 and we make sure that pubs2mate has the maintenance role. We do this using the grant role, replication role command. Next, we create the database replication definition. We have the primary as the logical ASE server.pubs2. We're going to replicate DDL and we will subscribe to the truncate table. In an ordinary replication setup, we would have to go back and mark the objects for replication, but since we're using an existing warm standby, we can skip that step. Our next step is to create the subscription for the database repdef. So we log into the replication server. We're going to create a subscription called pubs2_msa_sub. The primary is the logical ASE, and the replicate will be ASE03.pubs2. Here is where we are also going to subscribe to the truncate table command. We are creating the subscription without materialization, so what we need to do is make sure that we dump and load the pubs2 database to synchronize between ASE01 and ASE03. Now we check the status of our subscription using the check subscription command. The timing for these steps is important so that in a production environment you're sure that you're not missing any data when you're doing the actual synchronization. With the subscriptions in place, we're now ready to synchronize the database. So we log into ASE01, which is the active side of the warm standby. We dump the database and we then go to ASE03 to load the database up. Now we bring the pubs2 database online using the online database command. With the replicate pubs2 in place, we can now go back to the replication server and we can resume the connection to ASE03 pubs2. With all of the pieces in place, we can now log into ASE01 and test replication. We're going to go into the pubs2 database, we're going to create a test table, and then insert a row. If everything has been done correctly, we should see the table and the row on the ASE03 server. We can verify that the data was inserted by running a select. A successful select statement will show that we've successfully replicated DDL as well as data. With this video, you should now be equipped to be able to set up your own MSA environment. Thank you for watching.